Get ready. It's time for a well-deserved break, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from the KDKA TV studios. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
Yeah. Be wonderful. Hey, everybody, it's Monday.
Hi. On our way in, we were talking about Kevin, poor Kevin.
Her dog.
Yeah,
Kevin.
Our dog has repeated ear infections, and he gets allergy shots, but I was showing you.
Yeah, that's why we were doing this.
His ears are floppy, and yeah, it's an ongoing thing. The poor thing.
That's,
I feel
earaches
so bad.
are awful.
I know,
Poor
they're
dog.
terrible. So he gets shots for them, but
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, hi.
Hey, everybody.
How are you today?
Hey, it is a good Monday, I think, because the Steelers won.
Yeah.
You know, and I know some people are critical of how they played because they were so, you know, ahead in the first half and then maybe not so much towards the end. But they won. That's the big important part.
I love hearing you talk about sports.
Oh, yes. It's surprising they don't have me do play-by-play.
Did you see that pass? That's the extent.
It would be funny. Like,
to watch us do play-by-play?
We could go to like the Bob Pompiani School of Sports Broadcasting, and then we could learn how to do play-by-play.
I like this idea.
We could do this, and he could teach us on TV.
Be part of the conversation with Bob Pompiani. I like this idea. It's probably something that we should do. It was an edge of your seat kind of game, though. It certainly was. I was distracted with the three little ones for most of the game, but it was one of those things where even my neighbor texted me and she was like, "Whoa, well, that was interesting." Because, you know, to the last minute, you're like, I mean, they could come back.
I did not see the second half. I was monitoring on my phone the first half because we were driving to my dad's, and I was like, oh, they're way ahead. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
So I missed all the drama.
Nothing is fine, David.
Nothing is fine. Anyway, they're back at it again next Sunday. The Texans will come here to Heinz Field.
And that's going to be, they're calling it like the Watt Bowl or something, because
Right,
all
'cause
three
all
Watt
three of them.
the brothers are playing. We know that much.
So, yeah, that should be fun. Let's talk about our weekend.
Yes, it was so eventful.
Was it? Or are you just saying that?
No.
I was going to say, wait, you haven't had an eventful weekend since this whole pandemic thing started,
7
really?
months ago.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to share this picture with you first because I took this picture. Frankie was at work, and I took this picture, and I could not believe how big he looked.
How adorable is this? Look at the grin on his face.
With his little jeans on. Oh my gosh, eat your heart out. Like
You
this
know,
guy.
and when he's done with your yard, send him over to ours.
Well, we were joking about this. Why don't they make these things actually work?
Because they might be dangerous.
Well, that's a big thing for kids is to, you know, mimic what their parents do.
Right.
So the baby dolls and playing house and, you know, cutting the grass. But, like, can we get them some real tools?
I know. Put them to work. If they're out there anyway, put them to work.
So that was that. And then speaking of Kevin,
Yes.
Frankie got him a unicorn sweater. It's a little too small. We can't even put the hood up, so you can't even see the unicorn horn.
Now, how does he feel about this?
Okay, so you would think he would be embarrassed or something, you know.
Kevin
what are
proudly
you doing
wears
to me? I'm telling you, it's almost like, do you remember the commercials for like the thunder shirts for dogs or thunder blankets?
Yes, that would calm them down or whatever, yeah.
It's like
that.
It had that kind of effect. Like
Who knew
calming.
that a unicorn hoodie?
I think it's so tight, it's like a hug. And he looks good in it.
Well, bravo, Kevin.
And then I have to give a shout out to Annie Perry Cole, who taught us this amazing craft last week. And so I decided to do it at home with the girls. So it's really easy. Use a piece of paper. You cut out some brown construction paper to make the base of the tree.
Right.
And then you take your kids out, collect some leaves, use a hole punch to whole bunch of the leaves, and then you glue them onto the paper, and they make their own little tree. So
I'm so impressed that you did this, because you did the segment last week.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then you took it home and did it.
Well, admittedly, Sunny was out. Like, Sunny was like, oh, cool, glue stick, licked her fingers a few times. I was like, you can't eat the glue, Sunny. And then she was out. Like, that's all she needed to hear, and then she was done.
Sunny is so adorable.
So I finished her tree for her. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was really easy and fun to do with them.
That's great.
Yeah. So how was your weekend?
You know what? My weekend was pretty good. So we're going to start with a picture of, we are just in love with this cat.
Aww.
So I know I talked about this last Monday. So it's my dad's new cat, but he welcomed into our family.
something's happening here.
I'm in love with this cat. It's so adorable. So the cat's name is Marvin. We got him from the Humane Animal Rescue in Homewood. We got him last week, and he is following my dad around the house. Like all the things that we had hoped would happen are happening. But then I have something to show you.
Yeah.
So we had to tape some lines for the Turkey Fund. The Katie Turkey Fund is coming up, so we want to do a promo, and we're supposed to tape it at home, so they capture us at home. So Jill had said to me, our producer, who's back, by the way, today,
Yay!
which we are so excited about. Jill's back.
She said, yay. That's what we got in our ear.
But anyway, she had mentioned, why don't you do this at your dad's house? Maybe the cat could be in it. So even though I know putting like pets or kids, like trying to have them in a promo can be difficult.
Can be challenging, yeah.
So just take a look at some of what happened as we tried to tape these little lines. Oh, it's recording. But this year is quite different. I'm sorry. Look at that. Your donation to the Katie TV Turkey Fund is more important.
I feel like Marvin's going to attack you.
So that's the best one we wound up with. But it does look like Marvin is ready to like...
I was waiting for the pounce.
It's like someone should say, David, there's a cat behind you.
Did you see?
Watch out for the cat. Yeah. But Marvin, I mean, really, because, you know, we had to use a little bit of tuna to keep him there.
Did you rub it on your shoulder?
Well, no, I put it in my hand at first. And anyhow, I think we got some usable stuff in the very end. Aww. But Marvin was very patient. And he's just such a loving cat, so we love that.
Good on you. I have to clean my house and buy presentable clothes for my children.
Before you do.
Everybody needs baths. It's going to be a process. This isn't like, oh, we'll just get the dog and sit down. No.
Well, I know it'll come out
whole
great.
Shebang.
And, you know, the other thing that happened on my weekend, and I'm just, you know, so excited and happy and honored about this, I won an Emmy over the weekend.
I know you did. It's so exciting.
This is not from this weekend because there was no Emmy ceremony. It was all virtual. But I won with this guy, photographer Ian Smith, for a story that we did last year about tech and privacy. But we also want to congratulate, there were lots of other people in the KDKA newsroom who also won. John Shumway won an Emmy.
Yay!
Megan Schiller won an Emmy. Photographer Fred Williams, photographer Steve Willing, producer Corey Martin, and really the entire news team too was honored for a tribute to the victims of the Tree of Life shooting.
Yes, and Corey Martin helped produce that.
Right.
I mean, I think he actually produced the whole thing, and I was part of that. And to be in the studio for the taping, I mean, we all felt how special it was. The lights were off. It was very dim in here. He did such a beautiful job to pay tribute to the families.
Yeah.
And it's just really special.
A wonderful tribute, yeah. So anyway, that was the wrap up of the Emmy Awards. Not the national Emmys.
Congrats.
They were also they were over the weekend as well. But the Mid-Atlantic Emmys, it's a regional Emmy.
So last year, David and I were both nominated for host.
Right.
And that was it was so exhilarating to be there together in that position. But yeah, no Emmy Awards in person this year. But congrats again to you.
Thank you very much.
Well deserved.
Yes. And you know what? Maybe next year. And they have to mail it to me. So whenever they mail it, we can bring it on the table and
I think we should
have a moment.
Let's have a date with your Emmy.
Okay.
So usually Fridays for our family, it's Pizza Friday, right? So on Friday, we went to Fiore's, and I tell you that because we were influenced by the power of social media.
Yes.
Because if you follow Barstool Sports, you saw the creator of Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy, in Pittsburgh. He went to 3 different pizzerias, and this is a big deal for people who follow it because it's just so cool that you get a shout out.
Right.
So he went to Beto's on Banksville Road. He went to Giuliano's on Steubenville Pike, which Selena Pompiani used to work there, and she told me, you have to add that to your pizza list.
You put that as part of your routine.
And we went. It was good. It's very good, actually. We've been back. So we went to Fiore's on Friday. They told us they were slammed.
Because his review.
But his review was not just on the pizza. So take a look.
This slice is called a cut 240. Can't be right. A little too greasy in here, but overall, really good. I hear the first person give me a carton of iced tea. A carton. Like recycling has not hit this area. The next person, carton of iced tea, carton of iced tea. I'm like, what is going on here? So finally, I'm like, give me a carton of the iced tea. I feel like I'm in grade school, you know, little red milk cartons. I haven't seen this.
So yeah, he reviews the Turner's iced tea and he gets it. He
I
understands.
love that because that is so Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fantastic. And they're probably selling out of Turner's iced tea now at Fiore's.
In fact, because Frankie went to pick up the pizza. And so he asked them, he's like, have you guys been busy? He's like, you have no idea. He's like, and we're selling a lot of iced tea.
Wow. Who knew? Like, I did not know that many people followed him.
I mean, I'm telling you, I just hear a chuckle from Ron over there. But yeah, if I could look it up really quick, I would try and find it. But yeah, there were like, okay, 490,000 views.
Holy cow.
Of the pizza review of Fiore's. That's how many for there. I mean,
and the Turner's iced tea.
And the Turner's iced tea. He went to Philadelphia next after that, by the way.
Oh, Philadelphia won't be as good.
Yeah.
No. Hey, you know what we have planned later this week that we are really looking forward to? We have concocted, I just love the name of it more than anything, the PTL Cereal Challenge. So you got to say it with vavoom.
Yes, you do. And I have to tell you, like, the backstory behind this. This is nothing like Juju's cereal.
No, this is not available in stores.
No, it's not. Here's how this came about. David and I, in the newsroom, we should do a blind taste test. We can't do wine because that'll be too messy. Like, what could we actually do that we're not going to knock it over? It's not going to be too messy. And then you were like, let's do cereal.
Well, cereal in the morning, you know,
yeah,
people eat cereal. And we were talking about like cereals we remember from our childhood and like the taste of things. And then we got to thinking, well, we're competitive. Let's have a competition where we see whether we can name the cereals. So Jill is going to buy cereal. And, she went this weekend already.
She bought the cereal because we decided that if it was up to me, I would pick probably the worst cereals for, like, the ones with the most sugar, and David would probably pick any kind of brand-based
100% brand, maybe some Mueslix.
So we just decided this would be better if somebody outside of the competition picked.
But I think it's gonna. So I will admit this: I have not done any like studying.
Oh, good.
Because that's not cool. Yeah. But I went slowly through the cereal aisle yesterday just to see like what the
Charms,
new cereals
Cocoa
are.
Puffs. Okay.
Right. Like I'm sort of just making mental notes, trying to remember cereals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you get stuck in, you know, like if you just buy one, that's what you buy.
Well, here's the thing too. There are so many new cereals that are just geared toward kids who are watching certain cartoons. Like I think Frankie bought Shopkins cereal, which like Shopkins is some sort of show, I think. But like,
really?
They have a cereal now. Oh.
Jill, don't buy that.
Don't buy that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so that's coming up on Wednesday. We should say it's coming up on Wednesday, and we're excited about it.
We're in discussions to get the cereal made.
Right. All right. Actually, who knows? You know,
anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
We're working on getting syndicated also,
okay.
If anybody's watching.
We have quite a show for you today, and we have a question for you to get things started. How do you keep motivated, to keep going, keep your chin up during the pandemic with no immediate end in sight? Well, coming up next, some Monday motivation from former Steeler Arthur Moats, who says, in this case, unlike in football, forward motion is a good thing.
Then, this is my kind of camping. Deluxe tents, gourmet food, all set up and served for you. I check out glamping thanks to a new service offered right here in our area ahead.
And we'll also get a PTL first look at a new TV series that was shot in Pittsburgh. I'll be talking with one of the stars of Manhunt before its premiere tonight, and it is Judith Light. Remember her from Who's the Boss?
Stay with us. We are just getting started on this last day of summer, Monday, September 21st, 2020. Thanks for being with us.